What are Mark Consuelo's sincere opinions on defending Kelly Ripa from controversy at Live with Kelly? While some thought Ryan Seacrest's health may have played a role in his decision to depart Live with Kelly, it's possible that it was simply time for him to move on. After all, Seacrest is by no means the first person to have occupied Regis Philbin's former chair. However, even though the late Philbin never wanted a co-host, his replacement has already taken over the show entirely. Without a doubt, Kelly Ripa is the highlight of the ABC morning chat show. Therefore, it's not entirely absurd that she chose her actor husband Mark Consuelos to replace Seacrest as her co-host. While Ripa and Consuelo's interpretation of the program has been generally criticized by critics, including for their choice to air pre-recorded live shows, it's still early days. Over the years that she has presented the renowned morning show, Ripa has undoubtedly encountered a great deal of controversy. Fans have questioned how things will alter behind the scenes now that her husband is working alongside her. In a conversation with The Hollywood Reporter, Mark Consuelos was open and frank about the whole thing. Critics haven't always been nice to Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelo's early Live with Kelly shows, as was already established. On-screen dynamics, however, unavoidably develop and change with time. However, Mark Consuelos elaborated on why he believes his chemistry with his wife makes for compelling television in April 2023. Our shared experiences have given us a lot of nuance, Consuelos told The Hollywood Reporter. Usually, I've done a lot of stuff that are like, I wouldn't say the butt of the joke, but I'm definitely very, very comfortable in being the straight man in the comedic sketch. 9 out of 10 times, we'll start there, take about 5 left turns, and talk about something that will happen with the in-laws, our kids, or our friends, or about the time we were working on a soap together that will lead us down, or about whatever happened last night as it relates to the conversation. So, just as I'm wondering, wait, what are we going to talk about? We have this common past together, and I think it's very relatable. Consuelos claims that in addition to having a common past, they also have a shared present. This implies that they will frequently discuss topics that their home audience will understand. He and Ripa also share certain divergent interests, which broadens the conversation and encourages disagreement. It depends on the viewer whether this truly makes for fascinating television. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa claim they don't have a list of subjects they avoid discussing on the program. They simply appear to be aware of where each other's lines are located, in his opinion. She doesn't plan on crossing the line, and neither do I. We both know where it is. Does Mark Consuelos stand up for Kelly Ripa in the face of controversy? Fox News reports that Kelly Ripa was involved in a number of scandals while hosting Live with Kelly, formerly known as Live with Regis and Kelly, and prior to that, as Live with Regis and Kathy Lee. But even Ripa herself has acknowledged having had a tumultuous relationship with show crew members, in particular with ABC. And there is no question that disputes will continue to exist in some way. Of course, the situation has changed a little bit. At work right now, Ripa is accompanied by her spouse. Mark Consuelos, Ripa's husband and new co-host, was questioned about whether or not he was now aware of these conflicts during his interview with The Hollywood Reporter. In answer, he remarked, "Let me tell you something. When I first met my wife, she was the same person she is now, about 28 or 29 years ago. She is a native of South Jersey. Dad was a bus driver who later rose to the position of president of the local transportation union. They are combatants. She has consistently spoken up for what is right, so to me, this is nothing new. She arrived at the party prepared to fight. She always makes me very happy and has the best. She is incredibly honest. She also usually uses a lot of style when describing how she feels." The Hollywood Reporter asked Consuelos if he would present a united front in the event that conflicts arise in the future after he waxed lyrical about how his wife can manage disagreement on her own. According to Consuelos, "I think communication is always key, and I don't foresee any challenges that I can think of right now." The Hollywood Reporter. "But no, we talk a lot to each other and we really compliment each other," she said. He continued, "I think one of us constantly utilizes the other as a sounding board when one of us is thinking of doing anything. Since it will be happening in real time for both of us, I believe that will be the only difference. She therefore brings years of experience to this presentation. I will thus continue to question her about that. She also always asks for my advice because I'm her husband. So I believe everything will go off without a hitch."